Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video tutorial, I will explain in Django applications how to create a cascading dependent drop-down list with Select2 jQuery plugin. And here we got the final output, the cascading drop-down list with the jQuery Select2 plugin in Django web applications. So here we got the product names from this product table, cost, fruits and colors, and the second table, no results found. So let's find the fruits. So here we got the fruits from this item table: apple, mango and kiwi, apple, mango, kiwi. So we can type here also, you can get the values. If I type colors, see here we got the colors: red, blue, green, white. We want to display cars, Honda and BMW. That's it. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. Before creating a new Django web application, first we'll check the table in PHP MyAdmin database. For this example, I am taking two tables. One is a product table which contains two columns, PID and PNAME, product name. This product name contains cars, fruits and colors. And the second table is a items table, and this table contains three columns: item ID, item name and PID, which is a product ID. Now when we want to create the dependent drop-down list controls or cascading drop-down list, at least one column must be similar between two tables. If you notice the items table, the PID column, which is a product ID, and in the product table there is a one PID. So with the help of these two columns, PID columns, I will create a cascading drop-down list control. So let's create a new Django web application. Before creating a new Django web application, first we require one new folder. So I'm creating a new folder in this E drive. I click the mouse, go to new and select folder. The folder name is dependent drop-down list Select2 plugin. Enter. Let's browse this folder. Right now this folder is empty. Now we'll create a new Django application in this folder. I'm using Visual Studio Code to create a Django web application. But before creating an application, we require to add that folder which we have created in the E drive. Go to File and select Open Folder. The folder I have created in the E drive, this is our folder name, Dependent DDL Select2 plugin. Click Select Folder. And here the folder is successfully added to our Visual Studio Explorer panel. At the right side we got the welcome page. Let's close this welcome page. Now we'll create a new application in this folder. For that, go to View and select Terminal. And here we got our terminal, which is a PowerShell or command prompt. And also notice the path is the E drive. This is our application, the project folder name. Now in this folder, I am creating a Django application, Django-admin start project cascading Select2. Enter. Cascading Select2 is my application name. So if you notice here, the project is created successfully. Let me expand this application. In this application, there is one subfolder and one manage.py is created. Let me allow to expand this subfolder also. Now if you notice in the subfolder, there is some default Python files, settings.py, urls.py. All these files and folders has been created automatically when I create this application cascading Select2. So after creating the application, now the next step, we'll add our templates, the HTML pages. For that, I'm adding one new folder to the application. Right click the project, click new folder. The folder name is templates. Here we got our templates folder. Now in this templates folder, I'm adding index.html page. Right click the folder name, click new file, and the file name is index.html. And here we got our index.html page. Now before adding the designing part in this index.html page, first we'll add one models page into our subfolder of our application. So select the subfolder, right click the mouse, click new file, and the file name is a models.py, enter. And here we got our models page. Now this models page contains a class with the property names. So before that, let's add the models class from django.db import models. After that, I'm creating a class. I have two tables, so I'm creating two classes with different properties. The first class name is product table, so let's add the product model model colon. Let's add the properties. In this more product table, there are two columns, PID and PName. So PID is equals to models dot, the data type is an integer field and its a primary key is equals to true. After that, the product name also I'm adding models dot char field. The char field I'm adding the maximum length is equals to 100. Then let's define a class called meta class. In this meta class, I'm defining my table name db underscore table is equals to between double quotes. Let's add our table, which is a product table. Copy that one and paste here. Now let's define the another class to create the properties for this second table, items table. So this table contains three columns, item ID, item name and PID. So let's add those columns. First let's add the class name item model, class item model. In this models dot model colon item ID is equals to models dot integer field, its a primary key is equals to true. Then the item name need to add exactly the same. Item name is equals to models dot char field, the max underscore length is equals to 100. Then we require the product ID PID is equals to models dot integer field. Then let's add another class called meta class. This meta class contains our table name between double quotes. Let's add our table name, the items table. Copy and paste here. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. And now after adding the models page, now we require the views page. So let's add a views page in this subfolder. Right click the subfolder, click new file. The file name is a views.py, and here we got our views page. Now in this views page contains the actual logic to fetch records from both tables. So before that, let's import the necessary classes from Django.shortcuts import render class. The first class I'm importing render. In Django applications, when we want to render the templates, these HTML pages on the browser, we require this render class. After adding the render class, the next step will add our model class names in this views page. My models is inside this project name. So first let's add the project name .models import. Let's add the class names which we have created in the models page. First one is a product model, then the second class name is item model. After that, let's define a function cascading DDL is the function name. I'm adding a request. I'm declaring a variable called product obj is equals to product model dot objects dot all method. Next item object for the item model from the item model dot objects dot all method. Then this function return render I'm requesting the template name called index.html colon. Now I'm calling these two objects in this index method. So the third parameter, I'm adding the dictionary. The dictionary contains the keys and values. Here the key value is a product. First one is a product. You can add any name for the key, but the values of the product table we are getting from this object. So let's copy and paste that variable, comma, let's add the second dictionary values, item, colon, this item object to display the item tables. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Next, we need to configure the URLs also. So open urls.py. Let's import from .import.use. Then come to the URLs pattern, add a new path. Now this path will become the default home page of our application, comma, views dot, and I'm requesting this template index.html with the help of this function name. So let's copy that function and paste here. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. After that, open index.html. Before that, let's open settings.py. We need to configure our application. So let's add our application name in this install_apps. But in single quotes, let's copy this application name and paste here. This application name I'm adding here. After that, the template section, os dot, let's configure my templates also. I'm joining my templates folder with this base directory. Between single quotes, I'm adding the templates. This folder name I'm adding here. Then come to the bottom in the databases section. Notice the default database engine is a SQLite 3, but we are using here MySQL database. Let's delete this default database name. Our database name is, the tables I have created in this Charan database. So the database is Charan. Then let's add the credentials. The user is the root, and the password I'm leaving blank because I don't have any password to log into my PHP my admin database. If you have any password, please add here between the single quotes. Then we need to add the host also. The host is a local host. Then the final one, port number also we need to add. To find the port number of MySQL 3308, let's add that one, 3308. And the last one is the options. Between curly brackets, let's add the initializing the command. The command is between double quotes. Let's set the SQL mode. The mode I'm setting between single quotes, strict underscore trans underscore tables. Let's add with a comma. That's it. We have configured the connection string in this settings.py. Let's save this file. Now switch to the index.html. Let's add the doc type first. Doc type enclosing the HTML tag. Then let's add the header section. In the header section, I'm adding title. The title is Cascading Dependent Dropdown List with a Select2 plugin, jQuery. After that, let's add the body tag. Inside the body, I'm adding the center tag. In the center tags, I'm adding the h2 tag. How to create dependent cascading drop-down list with jQuery plugin, jQuery Select2 plugin, Select2 plugin. Let's add the h4 tag, Django web tutorials. After the headers, I'm adding horizontal line. After the horizontal line, I'm adding the drop down list. So I'm adding select elements, select, and select the first select element for the to display the product items. So add the option. In the option, the first one is selected disabled is equals to true, Then to fetch the records from the database, I'm using for loop for products is an object in. Let's add the go to views, add this key dictionary key values to display the product objects. Paste here, and let's close this for loop with end for option within double curly brackets products dot p name. I want to display the product names, and here the value is equals to between double curly brackets. In this expression I'm adding products. We need to add this variable here dot PID. After that, let's copy this one, paste here. So here instead of for loop I'm adding items. Let's delete this product and add this item, the key value for this item object. Paste here, copy these items, PID and items dot. I want to display the item names. This item name I'm adding here, item name. That's it. First, before adding the cascading dropdown list functionality using Select2 jQuery plugin, first let's check the data is displaying in the both select elements or not from the database. Let's save this file before run the server. Now come to the terminal. In the command prompt, before run the server, let's add my application name to this path, cd, enter. Now let's run the server python manage.py, run server, enter. And see here we got no issues in our application, and below we got the link, the web server link. Let's browse that link, control plus mouse click, and here we got the output. Oops. It's displaying. Let's fix that one. So here we got one extra curly bracket here. Here I'm adding select product. It's a label name, product. Let's save this file, save all. Now we'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See here we got new output after adding the label select product, so cost, foods and colors from this product table, and we got the item names from the item table. Let's run this one. So the S item tables, item names are displaying in this drop-down element. Now after that, first we'll implement the cascading drop-down list with jQuery. So when we are adding jQuery functionality in our application, we require the latest jQuery CDN. So search for latest jQuery CDN Google, and from the search results I'm selecting the hosted libraries. In the Google hosted libraries, notice here the script tag here, which is the latest jQuery CDN link. The version is 3.5.1. Let's copy that one and paste in the header section after the title. After that, let's add another script to write the snippet. $document dot ready function between double curly brackets close the semicolon. Now in this ready function, let's declare a variable $select1 is equals to dollar within single quotes. I'm adding the first ID of the select, so let's add the ID select1. Copy that one, select1. Need to add the hash, comma. We require the select2 also. Select the second drop down list. Select2 is a variable, dollar between single quotes, select2. We need to add hash here. Let's copy this one and let's add the ID for the second select element, select2. After that, comma. Now we need to find the options of the select2 when a user selects the select one option. So let's declare another variable, options is equals to add the second variable, select2 variable, dollar. We need to add the dollar also, dollar select variable dot find method. With the help of this find, I'm adding the options of the select2. So we need to add the selector between single quotes, option, semicolon. And now when a user select the particular option, the product, from the select one, I want to display the items of that selected product in the select2 drop down list. For that I'm using the on change event, dollar, this variable I'm adding here, dot on, in this on function I'm adding change event, comma. Let's add the function now. In this function I'm adding the to display the selected the options in select2. So dollar select2 dot html, the string, these are the options I want to get. So need to add the dollar here, options dot filter. I'm filtering the data between single quotes. Let's add the value to display the records, is equals to between double quotes, single quotes, here also single quotes. Now here the value, this dot value. Let's close this one. Then the trigger I'm adding, the event name is change event. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Now let's check the output. The cascading dropdown list is working or not. If we check, the second dropdown list is displaying all the records. Now reload the browser. Notice when I reload the browser, it's not showing any records in the select2 option elements. Now let's select the option called fruits from the product. See here we got the fruits, apple, mango and kiwi. Now if I select cars, we got only the cars. If I select colors, we got the colors only. Now let's add the select2 plugin to this select option element. Open new browser, search for select2 cdnjs. From the search results, I'm selecting the first option. The select2 is a free open source. We can use this plugin without any license. Come to the bottom. Let's copy this link, script tag, copy script tag and paste here. And also we require the CSS also. Again switch over to the browser, switch to the CSS tab. Let's copy this, copy link tab and paste that link here in our HTML page. After that we need to add the Select2 option for this select ID. Let's define another script dollar document dot ready function colon dollar double quotes. I'm adding the ID of the first select element hash select1 dot select2 is a plugin name, curly brackets, let's close. Now we require to add the Select2 plugin for this ID dollar between double quotes hash. When we are adding ID of the elements, we need to prefix with hash in jQuery dot select2. Let's close with semicolon. That's it. We have done the complete coding part. Let's save this file, save all. Now let's check the final output. Now I'm reloading the browser. See, after I reload the browser, we got the select drop down list, Select2 option. So let's increase the style, the height, the width of this option. Style width is 300 pixels. Let's copy this. The same style I'm adding for the second drop down list also. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Now let's reload the browser again, and here we got the final output, the cascading drop down list with the jQuery Select2 plugin in Django web applications. So here we got the product names from this product table, cost, fruits and colors, and the second table, no results found. So let's find the fruits. So here we got the fruits from this item table: apple, mango and kiwi, apple, mango, kiwi. So we can type here also, you can get the values. If I type colors, see here we got the colors: red, blue, green, white. We want to display cars, Honda and BMW. That's it.